Hello everyone and welcome back to Master Detective Archives Raincoat. Now, if you're one of those one of those people who kind of like jump around the episodes, which I know all of you, I've seen the video retention time. That's right. I know your tricks. He's like, I mean, it's a Let's Play. Like, people just do that with Let's Plays, don't they? It's just kind of how you watch them. Anyway, if you've been jumping around and maybe didn't hear me talking about this in the last episode, this is a Gumshoe Gab episode. Yes, it is, for all intents and purposes, being counted as like a main episode in the series, or my series, because, I mean, I was planning on doing these, it's just that, you know, in the main game, it's just that circumstances of Chapter 5 meant that I had no such luxury. Yeah, so we're here. I don't know how long this one's gonna be. I feel like it's probably gonna, I mean, we've got 6 to go through, right? If these are some good meaty ones, which I fucking hope the last ones are, then we might be here for a full, like, hour and a half. But, hey man, maybe this won't even breach an hour, depending on how long these are and how good they are. In some ways, in some cases, this might be the last we see of these characters. Who knows? Like, I've said it before. Say it again. I've said it for the last, like, 2 episodes. I don't buy that everyone's dead. You know? It smacks of, like, as I was saying, right, at the end of the last episode, it very much feels like Makoto wants us to figure everything out, right? Like, he wouldn't have brought us here and let us live if he didn't want us to figure things out, right? And I feel like that's also probably why we have Kurumi with us, but no one else. So, like, we can kind of piece together, like, with her, oh no, everyone is a homunculi. Oh. Right? Right? I feel like that's the case. And so I also feel like all the other detectives are probably just, like, I don't know, probably tied up in a back room or something. You know, most likely. Maybe I think there was a room that Makoto came out of, right? In the bathhouse or whatever. Maybe they're back there or something. Maybe that's where he got their clothes from. Maybe they're just sitting in their underwear out there. Because I don't remember there being any underwear mixed in with those clothes. So, hey, yeah, you know what? Unless every single member of the detective agency was going commando, yeah, you know, you know what I'm saying? There'd be some pantaloons there, not just all the coats, huh? Yeah. I saw those socks. No underwear? I don't believe you. Okay, so anyway, let's actually move on, shall we? We're gonna do them in the order we found them. So we'll start with Yako, then Desuhiko, then Halora, then Fubuki, then Vivia, then the final one with Yako. So, yeah, you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Give it to me, Yako. You know, I did just realize I'm gonna have to wait through a lot of loading screens today.
I guess you could say that. Chief, what made you want to become a detective?
Huh? That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, we really started in media res there.
I'd understand it if you had special powers like everyone else, but you're not like them. So I want to know what made you decide to be a detective.
I see. Well, you could say something encouraged me, but it's not very interesting.
I mean, it seems like you had a bit of a profession change from scientist to detective, so wouldn't happen to have been something to do with that one. Although, I don't know if that really lines up on the timeline. Maybe he was a detective the whole time.
As a kid, I was basically Watson.
Like a detective's assistant?
Back in high school, I worked as a part-timer at a small detective agency.
Oh, no, I guess he was a detective the whole time.
But obviously, I never got to do any exciting stuff like investigate murders.
You know, here I was thinking, oh, like Watson? Like a doctor? Like in science? No, he was the sidekick, okay.
All I did was find lost pets and cheating spouses.
Classic Shuichi moment.
So exactly what the Nocturnal Detective Agency was doing before we showed up.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, look, man. Someone's got to do it. It's good work. It's good work.
But
Not that you
one
can do it
time,
anymore, but...
I was involved in the real deal. I took part in an investigation of a murder case.
Oh, yeah?
Though I was a kid at the time, so I couldn't do much.
Okay. Okay. Not where I thought we were going with that. You know, I really did think this would... Obviously, we got this before we found out, right? We got this one before all of the Chapter 4 stuff, but... Still, I really thought this was going to allude to all of that.
The detective there was just some slovenly old guy, but he solved that case like Holmes would have.
So actually, you know what? I was going to bring this up in the little opening bit, then I got distracted about talking about all my friends' underwear. We still haven't met this fucking kid in the big cloak who's bumped into us every time. Who the fuck is that? Is that going to be my sequel hook or something? Is that going to be the ¡1 clone? Who is that? Why haven't they... Is that Makoto? I mean, they are short. So would explain why he knows a lot about us. What the... Like, who is that? Anyway, Yako, carry on.
I sure looked up to him after that.
So that's why he strove to become a detective.
If I didn't have an admiration for detectives, or if I had never taken that part-time job at the agency,
we wouldn't be here, huh?
I wouldn't have become one.
Chief looks kinda sad.
Do you regret it? I'm curious, what are you gonna say?
Regret it?
You mean regret being a detective?
Yeah. You looked real sad all of a sudden.
Well, I had to deal with a bunch of troublesome stuff after I became a detective.
There have been times I wished I'd never taken this path. But there's also happiness I never would have experienced had I not become one. A lot of people I never would have met, too.
Oh, like us, Chief! Like us!
Like you guys, for example.
Yeah! I mean, I know I said it, right? That if there's one thing I did really want a little more from this game, just to sell the Yako relationship with everyone else a little bit more, was just some more group scenes, you know? Maybe just at the start of the chapters, right? I would have liked just a little more group scenes, but... I mean... I'm alright with them just, you know, it kind of... Okay, I'm gonna say this, right? Show don't tell, right? That is not a hard and fast rule. Showing, not telling is not always superior, right? That is, no matter what anyone tells you, anyone who actually, well, I say is in the biz, but anyone with any understanding of writing and how that works knows that sometimes... Oh, excuse me. Getting killed by random people on the internet, I think, by saying that. Sometimes telling is fine, and in some cases is better than showing. And I think that's what we got in this game with, like, the reactions to Yako dying, kind of like... It sits in that boundary, right? Of that, like... They kind of just told us, no, but we love the Chief. Whilst also showing it, right? And again, this is like fantastic portrait work, but like, I'm trying to think of a really specific example, but I can't exactly remember like all the dialogue. So you can think of a really good, like, show don't tell from this, like, specific chapter, right? Like, Hallara was, despite knowing full well that at that point Yako was already gone, Hallara was, like, you know, at least attempting CPR to make it look like for everyone else there was a chance. Hallara doesn't straight up say, yeah, I did that to, like, make you guys feel better, to not crush your souls entirely. At least wait for the whole group to be together to reveal it. Like, Hallara never says that, but you can glean that from, you know, what Hallara says afterwards. Their general attitude, right? Like, that's some really good show don't tell kind of characterization. But I feel like them screaming about the chief dying and then, like, going at each other's throats is all telling, it's all dialogue, but it shows you something else about them through the actions, you know what I mean? I hope that made some degree of sense.
Chief.
I know. Let's go out and eat sometime.
Oh, not meat buns, please. I know you like them because you're a homunculi, but please.
You know, talking about the past sure made me want a drink. You should join me.
I don't think I'm old enough for that, but... Oh, no, I was gonna say maybe one day. Oh, no!
Does that mean you're buying?
You better hurry up and get ready before I leave you behind.
Why did you ignore my question? Well, after losing my memories, I'm glad it was everyone here I ended up meeting.
Yeah.
Wait, the chief said he doesn't regret being a detective, but why did he look so sad? Maybe I misinterpreted.
Master, you and Yako seem to have grown even closer together.
Why indeed. Oh man, that one really did. That one really was a good primer for chapter 4, huh? That's some good stuff. That was really good stuff. Not that long either. Really nice though. I like that one. It was good. It was good. Yako's have been kinda... They were what I expected, right? Which is actually probably a good thing, right? It really builds up Yako as like this kind of goofy, friendly, almost bumbling detective. And for that, all of that to kind of like come throughout the game to then, you know, for then chapter 4 to happen. It's good stuff, especially in retrospect. This is great stuff. But I mean, this one and I can tell the last one are going to be they're going to be a little more somber. They're going to match the tone of dear old Yako's ending. And yeah, well, I hope that all the others will also be like that a little bit. You know, we already had a nice melancholy one with Desuhiko's third. I've already spoken about how much I love this one. Was it? No, it was the third, not the second. I'm pretty confident in saying that. So let's see what you got for us, Desuhiko. What do you got? Oh, back up on the roof, huh?
Hey, what's wrong, Desuhiko? You called me over, said you wanted to talk?
Yeah, this is the roof. This is the roof where we had our big bro moment, where I really got to understand you. And I guess kind of like speculate about you and your deep dank fears.
Yeah, about that.
Is this the moment where you confess your love for me? Oh, Desuhiko, I thought you'd never ask.
Anyway, isn't it so nice to be up here?
Besides, I don't know if the whole thing with Kurumi can continue, man. She's a flesh-eating homunculi. It doesn't matter how cute she is.
He's been acting like this for over an hour, not telling me why he called. Is it something you have trouble talking about? I don't know if you want to ask me a favor or something else, but you'll have to talk about it first.
Come on, Desuhiko, confide in us. Confide in me. I need to know your deep secrets.
Sorry, you're right. I'm just a bit afraid is all.
Come on, Desuhiko. I know it's either going to be really silly or it's going to be like seemingly silly and then slightly underneath the surface it's like, oh man. That's just sad, big guy.
We're busy here, so hurry it up.
Alright, here goes.
Oh wow, it's almost like you were communicating with him there for a second, Shinigami.
Right.
There's a big reason why I called you here today. Will you...
Go out with you? Yeah, but I'm gonna have to find you first, you know? I'm not sure I'm gonna get over seeing your bones that quick.
join my... band?
Then...
Well, you know...
Say it, Tetsuhiko, say it! You know you want your boy to be a part of that band!
This is too embarrassing! I can't say it!
I mean, I'm not surprised. Someone like him basically asking... I mean, I guess it is kind of asking for a favor, but it's like, I don't know, it's being vulnerable in his own way, right? It's like letting someone in a... Not even like a weirdly intimate way, right? But like... I mean, you know, in a great scenario, your bandmates are kind of... they're almost like your family, you know? So what was that? Sorry, I just like I had like the... I mean, you can probably tell here, I had like the fattest brain fart there of all time. There was like a solid 10 seconds there where I just didn't say anything. Even longer than my usual pauses, I know, crazy. Yeah, no, like, when you're a band, you know, you're together like glue. That's family right there. A lot of bands just already are family, which is, I don't know if that's weird or not, to be honest. Like, I feel like it's almost weird how common it is. And how common it is for, like, one member of that family to not be included. I know that there's another Jonas brother. You can't hide Frankie Jonas from me. I know he exists. Anyway, sorry, what were we talking about? Go on, Tetsuhiko. Say it, say it! Say your sweet, sweet words to me.
My man, you should know what I'm trying to get at.
You sound crazy. I have to do something or this won't end. What is he trying to say?
Come on, Yuma, join souls with this man real quick. This is your dude!
What?
Join my Actually, no, that's way more sus than I thought it was gonna be. Join my banana. Damn, so forward.
You wanna say band?
Yeah. How about we form a band?
Huh?
A band? Master's going to join a band?
I mean, yeah, sure, we can... Yo, wait, it could be like, we're traveling detectives. It's like Scooby-Doo, but instead of being just teenagers, we're a band that goes around solving mysteries. It's like the... What, like Mystery Skulls? Is that it? They've got like kind of a Scooby-Doo thing going on in the videos. But they're also like musicians kinda. But sort of, yeah, like that.
You know, stars and dance go hand in hand.
I mean, well, we haven't seen your musical talent yet, quote unquote. But yeah, we have seen you pruning that guitar.
I always plan on going solo, but well, sharing the spotlight with a buddy of mine wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Now you. See, it's kind of, it's what I said before, right? It's like vulnerable in his own way. Like Tetsuhiko's he's kind of a selfish little dickhead, isn't he? Really, but you know, we've opened him up. He's a little less selfish, and now he wants to share his life with his boy.
For the first time in my life, I finally met someone I'd want to form a band with.
Yo. Tetsuhiko, I didn't realize. This isn't just asking me out, this is a marriage proposal, isn't it? Yes! No, I feel like it's probably going to be the answer. But hey, look, boys can have dreams. They can have dreams.
It's because I finally met you. But man,
And to think, this all started off with me jokingly being like, in like the first one, picking like the romance option. And that, I've set us on this track.
Yasuhiko.
how about it? Do you want to make a band together? Let's journey on a path towards stardom side by side.
What?
That's a pretty big decision for me to just make, though. Marriage included.
What'll you do, Master?
What do I do? I'm happy Yasuhiko invited me, but I don't know how to play any instruments. Besides, I'm not interested in joining a band or being a star. Sorry. I'm happy that you asked, but...
Rejected again.
I see. I guess you don't wanna.
I genuinely feel a little bad for him. Oh no!
I don't know if this makes up for it, but how about I support you as a fan?
Huh? My fan? No way. I can't agree to that.
You're so much more than that to me.
Besides, you've never heard me sing before.
Oh, right.
And you want to call yourself my fan? I doubt it. You're just offering because you feel awkward for turning down my invitation.
Well, yeah, actually. That's quite perceptive of you.
I'd rather you just completely reject me instead of saying that to make me feel better.
I respect that. I respect that, Yasuhiko.
No, deep down, I want to be your fan. You told me before how you chose to be both a star and a detective. I think you're really cool for not giving up on either dream. And in that sense, I'm already your fan.
Sounds like a bit of coping there, Yuma, but... yeah, sure. Alright, big guy.
That's why I'm serious about wanting to support you.
Well, if that's the case, I don't mind having you as a fan. But I still hate that you've never heard me sing. So listen to one of my songs right now.
Huh? You're going to sing right here, right now?
Emerge? Yes.
Yeah, my brand new banger, the song of my man.
You made a song for me? Oh!
To be honest, it was hard to evaluate if Yasuhiko's song was good or bad.
Oh, you're not gonna let... I mean, I've already heard Koi sing, but like... You're not gonna let me hear it? I mean, if it were a slightly different time of year... I'd play the song I'm thinking of. That Koi has sung.
I'm not sure myself because I don't know much about music.
I mean, you can usually tell if a song is good or bad, Yuma, but I get that with, like, instrumentation, right? Like, the one... Well, I say the one thing. One of the main things I've never been able to do is, like, pick out musical instruments from songs, right? And I don't know, there was, like, in one of our music classes in, like, early years of high school, we had, like, these... I don't know... Part of these music classes were like, yeah, we're gonna listen to some songs, right? Or some pieces of music. And I want you to name all of the musical instruments you can hear in them. I want you to go home and do some homework. Let's listen to some music and bring me like a list of instruments. And I'm like, I don't know the names of most of these instruments for starters. And second of all, I can't tell which is and isn't a thing, right? Beyond the fact that there's like 12,000 types of guitar. Like, I can't tell what is this and what isn't this, right? I'd have to just cheat and look it up. And like, what's the point in even doing it if I'm just gonna look it up? And then, it's something that I've just never been able to do. And you know what, Yuma? I'm relating to you right now.
But like his personality, the song was very straightforward and heartfelt.
I really felt it in my soul. That love ballad, oh, it really got me.
I believe Yasuhiko will be able to achieve his dream of becoming a star.
Yeah, let's hope you're just tied up somewhere, right, Yasuhiko, right?
I don't know why, but I think it'll come true.
Master, you and Tetsuhiko have forged the ultimate bond together.
Ultimate?
Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
Oh, thanks, Shinigami. I thought you'd be kind of mad that I'm now in a loving relationship with someone else. No, that one was nice. I like that one. I think 3 might still be my favorite one. Just giving us those hints of like the, oh, I have never noticed that his pupils are stars. Oh my fucking god. Well, not his pupil, I guess more like his irises. They're fucking stars. Man's literally got stars in his eyes. God damn it, game! Ah. That was good. No, I like that one. That was good. That was really good. Really good. I can't believe I really like Tetsuhiko. What is the world I'm living in? Good job, guys. We finally got a resident Danganronpa-esque ladies man. Pervert-ish. No, definitely pervert. Character that I really like. I can't believe it. I can't believe you managed this. It's like they put together all the things that are wrong with Leon and turned him into like a good character. And not like a one-note boring one. Damn. Good job, Danganronpa. No, that's unfair. Good job, Raincoat team. Good fucking job. Anyway, Alara, you've also kind of got stars in your eyes, but very different type of star. Anyway, come on, Alara. You know I'm excited for this. Give it to me. Right back at the cafe.
Halara asked for me, so I'm at the cafe.
Oh, whoa. Alara? Asked for me?
Halara? Did you want something from me?
Do you really have to ask? It's about your debt, obviously. Well, how do you plan on paying me back?
Oh man, I really hope you just wanted to hang out.
Sorry.
Well, you can't do anything but apologize.
Yeah, I don't even know if I don't think I have any money, let alone, like, the thousands of Shien I owe you.
It appears you have no repayment plan in place. If you don't change that soon, I will consider implementing interest.
Only consider, though, right? Right?
Please don't.
Then you better come up with a plan to pay me back.
Wait, is this gonna be just like the Tetsuhiko thing? Am I gonna pay you back in, like, friendship? Or am I gonna pay you back in cat photos?
Alright. But if all you wanted to talk about was my debt, why'd you invite me here? We could have gone over it at the agency.
I don't want you to grow accustomed to owing me. People lose their sense of urgency in paying back debts when complacent. That's why I'm reminding you right now.
Is it? I guess.
I see. It's not my place to say since I'm the one in debt here, but don't you make enough money as a detective, Halara? You're always trying to make more. What do you need all that money for anyway?
Oh, wait, hang on. Is this for our parents? After the whole, you know... Sorry, their parents.
I suppose I can tell you.
In fact, it's been so long since I've got... since I've got that wrong. God damn it.
Huh?
If I continue to save at this rate, I will be able to create a program in about 6 years.
Oh? Maybe not.
That is what the money is for.
A program?
A program that will save 30% of all cats around the world experiencing hardship.
No, they want to do like an animal shelter. Ah! God damn it, Hollera. I mean, I guess you said that your parents weren't in financial ruin, but... Oh, man. Quick, so get Gundam on the phone, man. I found, like, his best friend. Oh, that's so wholesome. And you know what? Actually kind of, unfortunately necessary. Just like full stop, just unfortunately necessary. And I mean, you get a lot of these for like dogs, right? But you know, as the other very common house pet, you know, cats kind of go a little unloved in that regard, you know? You know, maybe it is what Hollera was saying like last time or whatever, but how that perception that cats are just like assholes and are selfish, but actually, no, they're just soft boys too. And girls, you know, but soft girl. I don't think I've ever really heard that turn of phrase before in this, you know, in like the soft boy context. Huh. Well, whatever. That's besides the point. The point is, that's fucking wholesome, Hollera. Support you all the way. Let's go. In fact, Yuma, I say let's get into more debt, shall we?
What? Oh, That caught me so off guard that I don't know what to say. You want to start a charity?
No, not a charity. This is all for my personal satisfaction.
Well, no, it isn't, Hollera. It's for the safety of cats. And that helps your personal satisfaction. You're just putting on that front, aren't you?
Cats provide a healing experience, so I want to give back to them in some way. That's all.
This is true, though. I already spoke about this. This is, like, actually scientifically accurate.
That's amazing!
Approved.
How wonderful!
Enough. As I said, this is all for my personal satisfaction.
Yeah, you're just being prickly. Don't worry, Hollera. I've got your number. I know what you're like. You wholesome little bean.
I don't want to hear your praise for it.
Oh, but if it's so important, why did you tell me? I didn't even threaten you or anything.
To hurry you up paying me back, obviously. Oh, yeah, right.
Yes, about that. I'm sure you already know this, but a detective can lose their life at any moment.
Yeah, you did teach me that.
Yeah, huh? Wouldn't that be weird?
So if I were to die, I want you to carry out this plan for me.
Oh, that's weirdly. Oh, so that's what you're gonna change the debt, are you? Change the debt to you now owe me to do this. Okay. I've got your number, Hollera.
I've been thinking it over for a while. I figured this was a good time to tell you.
Huh? Why me, though?
I'm not sure myself. Why do you think?
We both like cats. I mean, are we gonna break through Hollera's little thing? You've found someone you can trust, which, I mean, I feel like it's probably everyone at the agency, realistically, but you've found someone you can trust. I mean, it's definitely this, but I want to hear what Hollera has to say about it.
Could it be that it's because you trust me? I hope I'm not assuming too much there.
Incorrect. No matter who it is, I will not trust any human.
Damn, you haven't broken through you. I don't believe you, but sure. Nah, I expect it. It's to replace the debt. I already said that, but still.
So it is not accurate to say, I trust you.
I see.
However, I wouldn't mind being betrayed by you.
We're breaking them down. We're breaking them down.
Or rather, I would accept a betrayal at your hands.
Huh? Isn't that practically the same as trusting me?
In my mind, it's entirely different. I don't trust you.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, whatever you say, Hallara.
Okay. But the way you said you wouldn't mind if I betrayed you, that makes me way happier than if you just said you trusted me.
Yeah. I am glad I clicked this one now.
Anyway, we were discussing something else. You will pay your debt to me in full.
Oh, Hallara. You're adorable. I love you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that face! Maybe this was the right choice. Maybe I was supposed to click on that one.
Master, you and Hallara have forged the ultimate bond together. Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
Oh, that one was nice. Nothing too crazy, but to be honest, I mean, the rest of Hallara's were pretty revealing. I think for the most part, well, not even for the most part, I think on the whole, consistency-wise, I was the most happy with Hallara's. And I think the last one being a little lighter, but also having the hints of, like, the character arc. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Like, to be honest, in some ways, it'd be, I don't know about more powerful, but it'd almost be stronger if Hallara didn't change throughout the game, right? In, like, this weird way, all the events strengthened their personal beliefs. Right? 'Cause it's kind of... Here's another writing fallacy for you. It's kind of a fallacy that characters have to develop. Right? No, you don't have to have a character's character arc does not have to be them developing, quote unquote. It does not have to be this massive change in their outlook on the world. In fact, a lot of the best characters, well, maybe not the best characters objectively, but a lot of my favorite characters tend to be more so the ones whose beliefs never fundamentally change. In that respect, they never develop. But their, like, beliefs and perspectives are challenged, and what happens in the story, like, challenges their worldview, but because of their, like, morals, their principles, blah, 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 they still rise above it. They never, like, fundamentally change, right? And that I think it's most common in, like, I don't know, good people, I guess, sort of characters. You know, where you have a character who's, like, entirely altruistic, really trusting. But you know what? Who's a good example of this? Kaito. You spend the entire... Like, Kaito never really changes, right, in V3. But he does have his personal beliefs challenged at every step of the way. And Chapter 4, of course, being, like, the big one. But also because of his own experiences, like, it almost strengthens his personal beliefs. And, like, at the end of the day, right, I mean, V3 kind of takes the middle road, right? We follow Shuichi, we're like you know what? If we, like, hybridize Kaito and Kokichi, I guess you get Shuichi, and you get, like, the mentality that the game kind of, like, pushes for, I guess. But still, of the two, obviously the game is leaning more towards Kaito as the good guy, not Kokichi. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, let's just move on, shall we? Fubuki, your ones have basically all been kind of, like, light, fluffy, just like you the whole way through. So let's go. Give it to me, Fubuki. Give me something silly.
I am sorry to have called you here, Yuma.
Is this the clock tower we're outside of? Okay. Well, regardless, why are we here wherever here is?
It's okay. What's wrong? You said you wanted to talk.
Well, about that, perhaps, maybe... Yuma, I believe I may be in love with you, romantically.
She really is Sonia! Oh. So, wait, do you know what that means, though? Are you sure it's not? I have a feeling by the end of this we're gonna resolve that we are just friends, but... Are you sure you know what, like, romantic love is? I'm not sure I believe you. I'll react in a minute, but like...
Huh?
What? Oh? Did you not hear me? Then I shall say it again. I may be in love with you romantically, Yuma.
What?
What? Whenever I think of you, my heart feels warm and fuzzy, yet so anguished as well.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna out myself real here. Fubuki, I think you are more, emotionally conscious than I am. Generally speaking. However, you are also born stupid, just like me, so... I think you're getting your emotions mixed up. And you know what? I've been there, man. I've been there. You know, there was a time when I was a young lad, a young teen, you could say. And I misunderstood my own feelings. And I was like, yes, this nice feeling, this feeling of like thinking of someone being like, yeah, I like them. I was like, well, that's gotta be love. That has to be love. My guy, that's just called friendship. I hate to say it. I've been there for Fubuki. Not only am I emotionally dense, like even to this day, I'm stupider than the average harem protagonist when it comes to most emotions. At least in real people. Weirdly enough, I'm pretty good with it with fictional characters. Real people? Nah. Nah. I can't handle that. That's impossible. But like, you know, I've been there, Fubuki. I've made the romance mistakes. I'm lucky it didn't go anywhere, because man, that would have been awkward if it did actually go somewhere. I guess the benefits of being young, I suppose, and not taking emotions too seriously, but still. You know, I was at an age where it could have gone somewhere, just not at an age where it would have meaningfully gone anywhere, so... You, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure you're an adult, so... Well, maybe not. Maybe you're like a late teen. Maybe you're like an 18, 19. Could be. But that's at the youngest, so... Don't make these mistakes, Fubuki.
I thought maybe this is the romantic feeling that people keep talking about.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, man. It's not. It's not. It's affection. And it might be platonic love, even. Probably not, I'm gonna say there's a 99% chance it is not romantic love, though, Fubuki. And if it is, we're about to gaslight you into believing that it's not.
That's impossible! Totally impossible! There must be some confusion. Maybe your mind is playing tricks on you.
I am an unlovable cretin!
Someone as attractive as you would never fall for someone like me.
Yo, Yuma, please.
Oh, do you really think so? I find you quite an attractive man, Yuma.
Do you?
I can't believe you think that.
Do you know what that means?
Hey! Quit being all happy about it! Well, I did not bring you here today to confess these feelings to you.
Oh, then why did you lead with that?
Rather, if these truly are romantic feelings, I wish to thank you for them.
Oh.
Huh? Thank me?
To tell you the truth,
Well, even if I did love you, I could never marry you. Yuma, I am a rich lady. I need to have an arranged marriage. Do you not understand that? Oh, well, I thought we were kind of out of those times. No, Yuma. No.
I have never had romantic feelings for anyone until now. I have had an arranged fiancé ever since I was little. Due to that, I subconsciously kept myself from falling for anyone.
Oh, wow. Staying loyal.
Although I yearned for those feelings of love, I knew I must not harbor them.
But you've also still never felt them before. So you don't know what it feels like. Don't worry, I get it, Fubuki. I get it. However, this kind of feels like a Dangan 1 Hina situation, where it's like, you know, picking up on something there, just trying to force it a little bit, just to feel good.
I worried I would never fall in love. I have always felt such disappointment in myself because of it.
Okay, well, now that, Fubuki, no, you should never feel bad about not falling in love. This is not copium from then yeah, it swings in like the other direction. You know, I might have felt friendship for like the first time that one time. Which, man, that's so depressing. Like, I like to think that I was like a normal person with like normal friends, or maybe more like a normal amount of friends. And yeah, look, I was just a normal dude, sure. Yeah, what? I got bullied in school. Yeah, because I was like the dude who played the video games. Yeah, that's just how it goes. But the more and more I reflect on like my childhood, like I was a lonely little fucking pathetic loser, to be honest. And I think part of that is probably because I resigned myself to the, yeah, you know, look, I'm like the quiet, nerdy guy, right? It's just who I am. It's my place in the world. And then I went to high school, and I still didn't have friends for like half a year. And then I just miraculously managed to have a lot of friends. That I don't even know how I became friends with a lot of my friends that I was friends with then, and still am now. I have no idea how that happened. And I think that certainly fueled some turmoil in my adolescence as well. Sorry, I know no one asked, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Good. I'm gonna trauma dump on you. Yeah. Look, Fubuki, point is, don't feel bad about it. And you, viewer, you don't feel bad about it either, right? I'm not gonna say it's normal entirely. But with love, you shouldn't be expected to feel it, you know? That it's an outdated expectation that you should already be married in your early 20s. No. Don't feel bad about it.
But now, I have fallen for you and can experience what it is like. So, I wish to thank you for helping me learn what romance is.
I am now dumping you forever, Yuma. I don't even think... Oh, okay.
That is all. I just wanted to give my thanks.
Yes, I do not wish to act on it. That would be terribly awkward.
Oh, in that case, I'm glad I could help. I guess? But wait, don't you have a fiancé? Having feelings for someone else is just going to end up making you sad.
Not at all. I have decided to talk to my father about turning down my arranged marriage.
Yeah, let's go, Fubuki. Take control of that life, you know? Channel your inner Mitsuru. Fucking and Haru and every other rich girl in a Persona game. Channel your inner them. Fight back against the establishment.
Really? Are you sure? After all, wasn't that decided by the Clockford family?
Well, I will be the Clockford family one day, Yuma. That is why I am, you know, out here not being a rich lady, and instead being a detective.
Of course, it is vital to defend our family traditions, and to obey my parents. All my life, I have lived with that as my highest priority. But now, I have decided to forge my own future.
And that's good. That's good,
I
Fubuki.
have been thinking about it ever since I started working with you all at the agency.
I see.
Yes. Fuck the standard issue of Time for the World. I want to be a real detective forever.
She's
Well,
choosing
maybe
her
not.
own future. I'm glad she can look at it that way. I'm happy for her. But even still, I think you may be mistaken about your feelings for me.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm quite confident in that, Fubuki. But that's okay, you know? It could still develop into romance, you know? But at the moment, you know... Look, I'm not going to accuse you of having no friends. But I am also going to accuse you of having no friends. So, yeah, you know, right now, I think when you're thinking about him, it's probably because he's off doing some dumb shit, getting involved in cases, and you're being like, oh, I hope he is okay. Oh, I hope he is quite alright. And then when he's here, you're like, oh, Yuma, you're a fun little friend of mine, you nice little boy. I don't think it's romantic yet. Hey, it could change. As I said, I've got to move on from Kurumi, man. I can't have her eating me before it's my time.
It is true I have zero experience with romance, so I cannot say for certain.
And look, as I said, Fubuki, look, I just gotta cope that we've experienced the same thing here, you know? I gotta know I'm not alone. Sound off in the comments if you if you can relate.
Well then, how about this? Once I am able to confirm with certainty that my feelings are romantic in nature, then, at that moment, will you hear my confession once more?
Hey, see that makes sense, Fubuki. Be certain, you know? Be certain that it's not just friendship. I don't know what to hit her with here. Look, this just one of these two sounds the most Yuma, so I'm just gonna go the I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say. It has to be a misunderstanding. There's no way you have feelings for me, Fubuki.
How do you know that?
Because someone else in a relatively higher plane of existence is self-imposing their own experiences? Hey, Yuma, shut the fuck up, man.
Please allow me to decide my own feelings.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Touche, Fubuki, touche.
If she wants to confess to me again, then... Well, if you really do have romantic feelings for me, then... sure.
Thank you very much. Please, consider your response for when I next confess my love for you.
Would that mean I become heir to the Clockford legacy?
Yeah, I mean, in part.
No way, it has to be a misunderstanding. It has to be, right?
Who knows? At the end of the day, they are her feelings, you know? In spite of literally everything I just said for like the past 10 minutes. They're her feelings, man. And if they're true, they're true.
Master, you and Fubuki have forged the ultimate bond together.
Not that I'm particularly happy about the skank coming through,
Good
but
for you,
yeah, you know.
Master. I'm happy for you.
Kinda. Fuck her. Better watch it, you harlot. You better not steal my master from me!
Please, calm down. Alright, Vivia. See, I'm kind of, I'm uncertain with this one, right? Because, like, this has to happen pre-Case 4, or Chapter 4 even. And that's where, like, Vivia was at his best, I feel. So, I'm not sure what we're gonna get hit with here. Oh, come on, Vivia. Show it to me. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way this is gonna happen anywhere but the agency.
What's wrong, Vivia? Were you reading Fantastique again?
No, it's a mystery this time. I think these are nice once in a while.
Oh, so you read those too?
I guess it doesn't fit me.
It is a bit of a cliche for a detective to read mystery novels.
But I don't know, you're a pretty mysterious guy, all things considered, so... I don't know, it seems pretty normal to me.
So you haven't read the genre in a while. What's this one about?
Well, I suppose I'd feel comfortable telling you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
The protagonist is an earnest rookie detective.
Oh, man. He sounds like a real loser.
He began his investigation after receiving a request from a certain girl. Her mother died under suspicious circumstances. Who killed the girl's mother, and why? The rookie detective continues his desperate investigation. He seeks the truth, all for the sake of this girl.
No, don't spoil it though for me, Vivia. Don't spoil the plot twist.
But the truth that awaits him is cruel.
Oh yeah, a cruel truth, huh?
For the girl murdered her own mother.
You know, I'm not gonna say I told you so, because I didn't say it out loud. I did, however, think it and immediately know that that's where this was gonna go. I was also gonna say something, but that would be a massive spoiler for something that you should read. So I won't even say what it is. It's not a detective story, though. It's not a detective story, but it does evidently feature a girl who kills her mother. Although, actually, if I'm remembering right, she's not technically the one who does it. I'm trying to remember the exact course of events. I mean, it's a long thing, and this is just like one thing that happens near the end. If you know, you know. I mean, it kickstarts the end of the thing. But like, I'm trying to remember if it's the girl or the dude who kills the mother. I mean, like, they're both there, but I can't remember who actually does it.
Oh.
Wow, what a twist!
The girl may not have meant any harm, but her actions unintentionally caused her mother's horrible death.
Oh, butterfly effect kind of stuff? Okay, I see. A bit different.
It was a tragic accident. The rookie detective didn't know if it was right to solve this mystery. What was the point in exposing this cruel truth to the public?
Okay, I see what I now understand what this one's gonna give to us. It's gonna give us the primer for what then Vivia gets into with his ideology in chapter 4. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Under a standard set of values, one would keep it a secret and remain quiet. There would be no benefit to telling the innocent girl she was the cause of her mother's death.
Yeah, if it was all like unintentional, it was just like a freak accident. I mean, depending on, right? I mean, that is still punishable, right? It's like, what, manslaughter?
However, the girl wanted that mystery to be solved with all her heart, not knowing she was the culprit all along. Should we reveal the truth to those who seek it, no matter how cruel it may be? Would you say lies made from kindness are truly kind? What do you think the rookie detective did in the end? Or rather, what would you have done, Yuma?
Well, we get into that in like, I don't know, a few days from when this conversation happens in universe, I guess. I would have solved... I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm not sure is probably the right answer, but I would have solved the mystery.
I think I would have solved the mystery.
I see.
What did the rookie do in the end?
Well, human cells will always replace one another. The old vanishes, and in time, the new turns old. Considering that, am I the same person at birth as I am at death?
Vivia, now you're speaking in poetry again. So why are you giving me a Theseus's ship conundrum in regards to your cell structure?
There you go again, trying to muddy the waters. Are you saying I should just read it myself?
Well, yes, I wouldn't want to spoil the whole thing, Yuma.
Well, who knows?
You told me pretty much the whole thing, but kept the conclusion a secret.
Well, yes. That's going to keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time.
Wait, that book's story... Is it about you, Vivia?
Why do you say that?
It's something you mentioned before. Not all mysteries should be solved. Maybe it's your personal experience that led you to believe that.
Oh, really?
Your deduction makes sense, but I'm not sure myself.
Damn. Well, maybe it's not exact, right? Maybe it's not an exact one-to-one. But I guess the implication there is that Vivia's, which I guess makes sense, but Vivia's approach to mysteries is because he's already seen something that was truly miserable as the truth, rather than just, I don't know, he's a depresso man. They're just like, yeah, that's just the way it is. It's because he's already lived through it, rather than, I don't know, being a nihilist, I guess. Well, that's not really what he would be, but you know what I mean. That's like the trademark depressing ideology. Interesting, though.
Please don't dodge the subject.
I told you, didn't I? I don't think all mysteries should be solved. Whether the story I told you now is from a book or my life, it doesn't change a thing.
True.
Anyway, I'm off to explore another world inside a book.
So, which is it?
I don't know, I mean, the fact that we're getting this after Chapter 4 as well, I don't know, I think it might be real. I think it might have been, his first case.
If that's what Vivia's been through, why tell me about it? Maybe in his own way, he wants me to understand him. That would be nice if it's true. Maybe this is an unsolvable mystery.
Master, you and Vivia have forged the ultimate bond together.
You know what, that one, I think in isolation, that one's, like, not that special. But it's just, like, the cherry on top to Chapter 4 with Vivia. I like that one a lot. That was a really good one.
Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
Oh, yeah, a little more excited about this one than you were about Fubuki, huh? Little blushing face there. Yeah, that one was good. Like, as I kind of said, Vivia's kind of flip-flopped between being, like, really interesting and just, like, for me. I think we ended on a high note, though. I think it maintained the odd numbers were really good here for Vivia, and then the even ones were just like, yeah, they're alright. Maybe I'd have to, like, re-watch Vivia's ones, because Vivia was, just with the structure of the game, he was always gonna be in a tough situation. Or whoever was gonna be the last detective you work with was gonna be in a rough situation for their Gabs here. I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was good. I think how they ended up handling it was really nice. I do in the end really like Vivia after all, which is great, you know? It was him and Hala who right out of the gate, I was like, yeah, I like him. And I'm glad in the end I did indeed still really like him. Because, yeah, as I said in the the final thoughts of Chapter 4. There was a bit where I was a little worried there, where I was like, I don't know about Vivian, man. I kind of feel like they're leaning a little too hard in this faux Nagito thing, and I already didn't really think it worked that well with Nagito, and it's significantly worse here. But no, it all ended up tying itself together really nicely. It wasn't just, yeah, I'm crazy for the sake of being crazy. No, it was good. It was good. Before someone says anything, yeah, I know Nagito has his own worldview. That doesn't mean it's not batshit insane and doesn't really make sense. Anyway, Yako, take us home for the final little bit for this episode. The final gab.
Jeez. Things have been getting troubling lately.
You're telling me, big man.
Yuma, you got anything to share that could cheer me up?
Huh? I don't know what to say when I'm put on the spot like that.
Yo, I think I'm getting married, dude. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
How are things going with you and Kurumi?
Oh, no. You don't want to know!
I want you to pull on my heartstrings with stories of young love.
There's nothing like that between us. It's not like I like her or anything.
Yeah, sorry, Fubuki, if you do confess to me, yeah, well, I'm gonna have to get like this out of the way, and I think I'm gonna be scarred for life after I realize that she's a flesh-eating cannibal homunculus thing.
Uh-huh. You're just not being honest with yourself.
What about you, Chief? From the looks of things, you appear to be single.
As soon as he started saying that, I suddenly knew the direction this was gonna go. No! Don't do this to my soul! I mean, this is what I wanted to know. Like, I was interested in this, but... Okay. You fuck.
I thought you said you used to be pretty popular.
Sure was. Back in my prime, I went way beyond 3 and 4 timing.
Oh. Yako, that's not a good thing, my guy.
Everybody was head over heels for me.
Maybe you're not being honest with yourself, though.
You sure about that?
Nah, I seriously doubt it.
I mean, he has a certain appeal. I can see it. Pretty sure I said this right at the start when he said that, no?
They'd all be fighting for my attention whenever I got a minute of free time. Oh, and they'd get so jealous if they found out they weren't my one and only. It was adorable.
Are you talking about, like... Did you have pet cats?
They were like cute little kittens, the way they'd come up to me wanting a drink.
Huh?
Or are you talking about ladies hitting on you in the bar and just getting free drinks out of you?
Wanting a drink? Wait a minute.
I'm sticking with pets. I think that's way funny.
Talking about pets?
Huh? Pets? Like dogs and cats?
I mean, I'm aware. I'm pretty sure I know what he's talking about, but I think this is way funnier.
Well, I did say they were like kittens.
He's got me there. I'm sure the Chief is actually talking about... You're referring to a hostess club. The women all worked there, didn't they?
What? No!
No!
You admitted they were all asking you for drinks.
Crap.
Chief, you don't need to put on airs like that. You're not a kid anymore.
I'm sorry. The truth is, I wasn't popular at all.
He's just trying to be cool. Oh, Yako. Oh, I love you, man.
Why would you lie about that?
Well, Yuma, just remember one thing.
Huh? What?
I'm speaking here as a man with much more life experience, not as your chief. If you fall in love with a woman, you have to protect her, no matter what.
There it is.
That, and that alone, is why men are made to be men.
Okay, well, I don't know about that, but yeah, you know, you should do that. If you're a heterosexual man.
Huh? Sure.
What's up with Fuzzhead? He looks so serious.
I'll keep that in mind, but what's gotten into you all of a sudden?
Well, I stopped visiting the girl I liked for a while. When I was broke, then I found out she quit and went back home.
It's okay, Yako. I know. I also know that I'm definitely not going to be able to protect Kurumi from eating my goddamn liver.
People only realize how important something is after they've lost it.
I don't quite understand.
It's alright, Yuma. You will one day. You will one day! Don't laugh, Yako. I don't laugh, man.
I can't tell if he's being serious or not.
Oh, damn you, dramatic irony!
He laughed it off at the end, but I could tell that story was important to him. I'll keep what he said in mind.
Master, you and Yako have forged the ultimate bond together.
Wow, I can't believe you actually called... I said with Fubuki, right? And Halara. I can't believe you called them by their names.
Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
Aww. Aww, Yako! My boss! My man! Sorry, Yasuhiko. That's my man right there. Oh. Oh. That was good. That was good. Oh, yeah. Roundup, though. Should I do... I don't know. This will save me talking about it later, I guess. I mean, we've already been going for a fair while. Sure. I'll talk about the characters overall. Because I like all of them, man. I did really enjoy all 5 of these. Guys, gals, and Halara. Well, guys, gal, and Halara. I will say, you know, I mean, I knew this was going to happen. Fubuki is definitely my least favorite. I love her. She's great. But she's very, she's not one note, right? She isn't. She has got a lot going on, but she's she's obviously played, especially in the story, for the most part, as a, pure comic relief, right? There's not too much else going on there. You get, like, the inklings of it, right? You get the inklings of, I feel terrible that my power could, like, literally do anything, but I can't do anything with it at the same time. Like, people still die a lot despite the fact that I have this power. Like, you kind of get the inkling of that, and obviously with the Yako thing, you get the inkling, well, you don't get the inkling of that, you get that shown without her having to re-say it. Like, all that's great, and like, but like, the Gabs, I feel like, really encapsulate Fubuki, right? She is... You know, I shouldn't compare it as much as I do, but I think it is worthwhile, right? She is like a classic Danganronpa character who is kind of just weird for the sake of being weird in a way. Like, in a fun way. Kind of like Rantaro, right? Where it's like, for the most part, they're normal, they're like kind of funny, and then at the end he hits you with the, oh yeah, I have like 20,000 sisters and they're all missing. It's like, I thought we were just talking about one this whole time! And yeah, it's the same with Fubuki. I said right with like the end here, it's very much a, it feels a lot like Hina's final free time event in Dangan 1, where it's like, I don't know, someone who's inexperienced with romance, trying to like force a friendship into one just because they feel like they need to experience it, because, well, for Hina, it was like the social expectation that women have to, yeah, be in love with men, have a family, and that's like their worth. which is obviously in contrast to Hina being, you know, kind of like a rough and tumble tomboy at the end of the day, you know? Doesn't really jive with her, but she also doesn't... Whatever, that's like the most interesting part of Hina, if you look at it like that, right? And like Fubuki, I guess she kind of like has a little bit of that. She has like the self-conscious thing. I've incorrectly used that twice this fucking episode. But like, yeah, so Fubuki is, I think Fubuki is great. It's just like compared to everyone else, she's not, I wish there was a little bit more there, right? Desuhiko, I think, lands this a little bit better. Where it's like, yeah, like chapter 2, pretty much all of it is haha, anime pervert thing. But everything else aside from that is where Desuhiko is interesting, right? And I think that it was probably deliberate, right? Because after that is when he, like, becomes friends with Yuma. And then you have all, like, this other stuff. Desuhiko's, I guess, attitude generally in Chapter 4 was also really, you know, enjoyable. That was, like, a side of him you didn't really get in the Gabs either. And, it, you know, it felt natural. It felt in character. Also something really weird that I kind of enjoyed in its own way is that Desuhiko is, like, the straight man for the game. Like, he was the one being like, what? That's so weird. Why would you say that? Huh? Fubuki? That's stupid, you know? So weird that he was the one chosen for that, but... Because, like, it seems like Halera would be built for it, but... No, it was Desuhiko, and... I mean, that was also fairly enjoyable. I don't know where I'd rank him, though. I know I moved, like, straight from Fubuki to him. I don't know where he might be, like, my number 2, honestly. He might be. I think my number 4 is probably Yako. I do really like Yako. But, like, I don't know. It's like, it's this kind of, it's the same with Fubuki, right? I feel like if you asked me on a different day, I'd have a different answer, right? I feel like the general structure is probably there. That it would probably, Fubuki would probably always be on the bottom. Don't take that out of context. Fubuki would probably always be my least favorite, but, you know, I still love her. But then it's like, the rest of them, I feel like they could move around to literally wherever. If we're doing, like, the main plot, and only the main plot, I feel like Vivia might be my favorite. And then maybe Yako. But then also, if you ask me on a different day, I might be like, actually, Yako's my favorite, then Vivia. If we're talking, like, just the Gabs, Desuhiko's my favorite. It's probably not even really that close. Halera's close second. I said that close, but you know, Halera's definitely in second. Then we probably have Yako, but it could also be Fubuki. And then it could also be Vivia. We've got like a, you know, a bit of a there. But then if you're like, you're taking it all together, which is kind of what I'm doing here. I don't know. I don't know where everyone would fit. I don't know where everyone would land. Which is fine, right? Realistically, that's okay. It's more like my, I don't know, my tier list, terminally online brain that's like, no, I've got to order them. There's got to be a concrete order. If someone asks me who my favorite is, and who's my least favorite, and who's my third favorite, I have to give them an answer. But no, like, I like all of them, man! I really like all of them! And I like all of them in different ways, too. Which is great. That's a great use of the cast, right? Or no, maybe not even a use of the cast. Right? Like, the cast was used very well here. Like, generally speaking. No one really felt misused. Which was certainly, like, a problem in Danganronpa, right? A 2 immediately comes to mind, but 1 and V3 had some character. Well, actually, kind of less so V3. Yeah, actually, not really V3. Maybe like... Maybe... Kirumi? But otherwise, everyone else felt pretty well used in V3. Like, everyone had a purpose. Even though that purpose was, you know, for Rantaro to be like a better version of the Ultimate Imposter, but you know, yeah. Actually, you know what? I said Danganronpa 1 had some of it. I feel like Danganronpa 1 had quite a bit of it, actually. But, just like 2, which makes sense. But yeah, no, they definitely ironed it out here. No one felt misused. Everyone felt good, right, only unlikable in terms of actually needing to be unlikable. Except for maybe Desuhiko in Chapter 2. You know, at the start when he's hitting on the schoolgirls we're disguising ourselves as. Right? It's like, even just like the idea, it's like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. It's not like that egregious. It really was just the fact that he was saying it while we were like dressed up as them and they didn't know that it felt like, ugh, just like, extra insidious. But like the rest of him I love. I really like Desuhiko. Yeah, man, I like all of them, man! I like all of them! Fubuki's like the only one I'd say is definitely the weakest. But even then, she's still great. Yeah. Even though I was gonna have a roundup, I think I lied. I think that's it. I love them all. I think they're all great. You know? I loved Yako pre-Chapter 4, or even post-Chapter 4. I love them for different reasons. Hallara, look, you know I'm down bad, but I also really did enjoy Hallara as, like, the mentor-y figure in Chapter 1. I like just their stern, badass Yuri, just generally. And I really like the Gabs as well. I think Hallara's were the most consistently good, so hey, great. I'm glad I picked a good one. Desuhiko, look, I love Desuhiko, man. What a goober. I love him. Didn't have a great start, but hey, minds and hearts can change. And mine did for this man. I love him. I love him to death. Fubuki, I was going to love you. I was always going to love you. I do still think you're the weakest of the cast, but I still think you're great. And Vivia, hey, I thought right from the get-go I was gonna like you. You had that moment, that brief bit of time in Chapter 4 and some of your Gabs, and I was like, ooh, maybe he's actually not gonna be that good, and he's actually just, you know, trying to retread the, ooh, mysterious guy. A track. And just wasn't going to be as good. But hey! Chapter 4 proved me wrong. So this is why Chapter 4 is like the best one. It's flipped my perception. Well, I didn't flip my perceptions, really. But like, it improved on like all these characters, gave me good moments. Stuff that the other ones didn't have. It gave me the entire team hanging out. Even if it was in terrible circumstances that I wanted. It's great. It's great. And having this now does save me talking about this in the future, right? For the finale. So yeah. I think that's that. I hope you enjoyed the Gabs as much as I did. Hope you enjoyed my insights on some of them. As well as my oversharing. Look, that's just my Let's Play nature. That's what you do in a good Let's Play. Damn it. Yeah, not really. It's my classic Let's Player coming through, you know, where you just share a little too much of your experience and why you are resonating with this thing or how that relates to you. I don't know, it adds a bit of personality, I guess, but hey, look, I did it in Danganronpa, why not continue to do it in Raincoat? I do it all the time. Adds a little bit of a connection between you and me. Well, actually, no, it's more like I guess really it's more like a parasocial thing where you understand me a little bit better. At least you think you do, and I know nothing about you. But, yeah, let's shelve that discussion, I think. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one where we'll get into that final mystery labyrinth. But until then, goodbye.